Hey everybody, Beth Brutality here. I know it's probably a little hard to see me. I know I'm kind of centered in a weird spot because the TV is over here and the kitchen's over here, and so I'm trying to make it to where you guys can actually see me. So I am obviously in my new apartment. Looks a little bit different. I'm obviously not done unpacking, as you guys can probably tell by, you see those giant IKEA bags? Word to the wise, if you have to move, just go buy like 10 of those. They are awesome. They hold so much weight and they're so easy to just load up in your car. Like load all your stuff up in them, throw them in your car, take them to your new place, unload them, kind of unpack as you go if you have that luxury. If not, just buy a whole bunch of them. They're only 59 cents a piece, and IKEA kind of has a program that if you buy your stuff with your debit card and you like ring out as debit, you get like a little receipt for 10% off your next purchase, like off of what you just spent. So in our case, like, we had to buy a lot of things from IKEA, so we ended up getting 4 or 5 bags and we got them for free. So yeah, that was kind of that's my little tip. I'll also include that in my house tour when I actually show you guys all the stuff I got from IKEA, because we had to buy some new furniture. It's kind of something we'd been putting off, and then finally we were like, you know what, if we're gonna move into a grown-up apartment and look like grown-ups, we should probably buy some furniture. We finally got our couch that had been in Dayton this whole time. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm sitting on the floor right now. I still haven't moved my vanity chair, so I haven't put my laptop over on my vanity, because otherwise I have to sit on the floor at like a counter that's like all the way up here on me. So I'm just sitting by my bookcase, which you guys will see when I do the actual house tour. My computer will probably still be sitting here. So he just came and did our internet and our cable earlier today, so that's why I have been gone since Monday. Other news, I don't know why the light keeps fluctuating like that. That's really irritating. Probably has something to do with the TV. Other news is I started working at Sephora. As you guys know, I'm just a cashier right now. I'm not like working in color, the beauty studio, or anything like that. But that would be nice to eventually move into. But for now, I'm having fun. I'm learning a lot about the company, about kind of our policies and our expectations, and I'm just kind of having fun getting to know everybody there. It's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who work at my store. It's a pretty big store, so yeah, I really like my managers. They're both really cool, and I definitely feel like they've been very patient with me, because like I didn't realize as a cashier like how much I did. Like I do the returns, I do everything, so it's been interesting, and I really wish the lighting would stop changing. I think it is the TV. I'm sorry. Other news, I am still moving. Like, we're still in the process. We still have stuff in the old house. Tomorrow I'm gonna go try to get the rest of everything moved. And then, Lisa, who, thank God she loves me, she's gonna help me clean the old place up. That way, you know, obviously places prefer that you clean when you move out. So yeah, this is the new apartment. I don't know if I ever told you guys why I was moving. We were having some very severe building issues, both with neighbors. As you guys know, we had complained about noise a couple of times. It wasn't really getting any better. And then we started to have a slow leak. You guys know that one time, well, I don't know if I included this in a video or not, but like 3 days after we moved in, I woke up to what sounded like the shower running. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So I got up and I went in the bathroom, and water was literally pouring out of the wall, just like waterfall coming from the ceiling. It was awful. I was just like, oh my god, like I yelled for John because I didn't believe it was real. I thought I was dreaming. So that happened, and then they immediately came and fixed that. At least I think they fixed that. I don't know if that's what contributed to the later problem or not, but then as time progressed, we occasionally would come home and things would be wet, and like we couldn't really figure out where it was coming from. But there was like water drops everywhere, and we're like, what is going on? The bathroom didn't have very good air circulation, so we thought, well, maybe it's from us taking showers or something. I'm gonna turn off the TV. This is gonna bother me. Hold on. So we would come home and the bathroom would be soaked. We could not figure out why. Well, finally one day I noticed that the drywall, well, the paint was bubbling. Anyone who's ever had a leak in their wall, they know that as the drywall gets wet and the paint gets wet, it bubbles. So I reached my hand up there and I felt it, and the drywall was all soft because it was wet. I was like, oh crap. And then I felt the ceiling, and the ceiling was the same way, and I was like, oh no. And then I noticed that the water droplets that we'd been finding everywhere were like red, like rust or something. But like I said, we couldn't figure out where they were coming from. Well, we just happened to come home when the ceiling was still wet, and it was like red, rusty droplets all over the ceiling, and it's like starting to mold, and I was like, oh crap. So we called it in, and they came and looked at it, but the lady upstairs wouldn't let them in, so they couldn't really fix it. And so he like, poor plumber, bless his heart, he went upstairs and like worked out a schedule of when they would be home that he could come in. And so he worked all this out, submitted the work order, and somebody lost it. It just got lost, completely lost. And he was kind of furious about it when I talked to him later. He was not very happy, just because he did like go out of his way to get it all scheduled and everything, and then it didn't get fixed. Well, after they were there for that, we called again because we had noticed something dripping from the back of the toilet, like from the actual tank. Like there's, the tank is screwed onto the actual like throne section, the seating section. And just one of the rubber washers had probably rotted or something and was slowly dripping. So I was like, oh, okay, we're going to call that in. Well, I woke up the next day and it had completely given. And like the entire floor was just flooded. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay. So I called, they came and fixed that. And while they were there, John was like, hey, since you're here, that shower has been dripping nonstop since we moved in. Like the tub was starting to mold. He's like, could you give that a look? He was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I'm sure it's just a washer, you know, so... He popped it apart and fixed it. And so I came home that night and I dyed my hair and I went to go get in the shower and we had no hot water. When he put it back together, he had messed up where the anti-scald thing was, like the child safety water temperature thingy. So I had no hot water, so I had to wash my hair dye out in the sink, and I was like, okay, that's fine, you know. That was Friday. So we called on Monday, like, hey, there's no hot water in our shower now. They're like, oh, okay, we'll come fix it, blah, blah, blah. They didn't come fix it for, like, 6 days or something like that. I was like, this is ridiculous. And finally, like, when the plumber was there fixing that, I was like, hey, what's going on with the ceiling? Like, it's still leaking. He was like, really? So he called the office, and they were like, oh, yeah, we don't have that work order. He's like, you're serious? I submitted that, like, 2 weeks ago. So at this point, I was getting pretty fed up, so I finally was just like, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to live in this apartment anymore. I feel like the ceiling is going to end up caving in before anyone actually comes and fixes this issue. My bathroom has been flooded 4 times. There's now water damage in the bedroom wall. Like, it was starting to mold and get all nasty. And I was like, okay, I'm done with this apartment. Until you guys are going to fix it, I would suggest not renting it out. You have some serious issues going on in the plumbing here. It just kept leaking, and like it's getting all moldy, and it's getting gross, and like they need to deal with that. So I was like, I want to move into a different apartment. You need to put me somewhere else, like a different complex. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So he was like, well, the only other place I have open, I'll show it to you, which is where we are now. I love this place. This is the same price. It's considerably larger. It's like our other apartment was more of like a single person living space. This is more of like a couple's apartment. This is a little bit bigger. It has a walk-in closet, you know. It just, everything about it is slightly larger, as if, you know, 2 people are sharing the space versus what we had before was definitely a 1-person apartment. So, it worked out okay. I mean, it kind of sucked, and it sucks moving. I hate moving. I hate moving. But fortunately, like, they've been pretty cool about just letting us do things at our own pace, because John does have class and work, like, every single day. And fortunately, I've been off of work this week for the most part, because I just started at Sephora. So I've only worked 1 day there, and I've been off the rest of the week, so I've been the one who's been unpacking everything and putting things away and trying to be tall. And then when John's home, he puts up shelves and does all the man stuff, you know. I don't like messing with his power tools. I'm always afraid I'm going to break them. Not because I don't think I know how to use them, but just because it's not my power tool. Like, if I had a drill, I'd be going to town, I'd be drilling stuff, but it's not mine, and I don't want to break something of his that literally costs like $100 to $200, you know, so I just don't touch his tools, especially because most of his tools came from his dad, and I would feel really bad if I broke one. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. I haven't even gotten all of my makeup moved over, kind of just been operating out of a basket of essentials. If you guys want to see, actually, I'll tag that in here so you guys can see what I'm considering my essentials. This is kind of like what I would call my travel bag too, so hold that thought. Okay, so what I've been carrying around, I haven't really been leaving enough to like carry around a purse, so I've just been carrying my Brooke Van Gorey pouch. I will link out to her below. This is a Brooke Van Gory pouch, and it's meant to be either a wet bag, like for dirty cloth diapers, or for makeup. She used the technology that she uses for the innovation that she uses for the wet bags for her makeup bags. So it has the PVC inside of it, so that if it gets dirty, you can just wipe it clean instead of having to throw out your bag. Because usually that's what happens with cloth bags. If something leaks, it's pretty much trash. So I've just been carrying that around, and the things that I have in here, I have a pen and a tampon. Always carry those with me. Even if you aren't even remotely close to your period, always carry one, because you never know. You might make a friend who needs one at work or something, so it's always just a good idea to keep one in your purse, even two. Just a good plan, because you never know. You never know. We're all girls. We know how that goes. And those of you who are boys, you've probably heard somebody complain about it. So, there you go. Also in my bag is the Pistachio Vanilla Pocket Back from Bath & Body Works. This was sent to me by Andrea. I can't say her name. I haven't uploaded that video yet. There will also be a Mailtime that gets uploaded. So that is what is currently in there. I had more in there, but because I'm working at Sephora now, we have to carry our cosmetics in a clear bag. This lighting is driving me crazy. There we go. We have to carry our cosmetics in a clear bag. So all I have in mine right now is a lip balm from Mad Styles. It is Donkey Kong, and then I have the little Makeup Forever travel size gloss. Why do I look evil? Travel size gloss in S2. I'm really upset that my eyesight is doing this to me. What if I turn it this way? Or if I turn it this way? I don't understand why it's making me evil. I don't know. I really wish it weren't so moody. That's my kitchen. Oh, that's better. Okay, so then, yeah, I haven't had plugs in. I can't wear my little headset at Sephora if I have plugs in. So, I've been using this for all my makeups. I think this is what I brought with me originally. I have my piggies back there now. Can you see them right there? Those two little guys hold on my piggies. I moved those yesterday. But yeah, I have in here my MAC Studio Fix Powder. You guys know that I wear that every day. And my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. I have my Physicians Formula Light Bronzer. And I have my Physicians Formula Glow and Mood Boosting Blush in Rose. I also have with me my tiny palette from TKB Trading, and this one has Well Dressed, Koi Girl, and then Rice Paper from MAC. Those are all three MAC Pro pans or whatever. You don't have to be a pro to get them. Just ask in the store if they have it in just the pan. Then I also have my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, because every time I wear makeup I need that. I have my Urban Decay Liner, the 24/7 Glide On Pencil. And I only have that now because my Revlon Color Stay is officially dead. The other day I went to use it and it fell out and fell on the floor. So, it's dead. I'm going to go buy my Sephora eyeliner the next time I work. Then I have my Fascinating Eye Kohl from MAC. It's the white one that I always use now. And then I have my e.l.f. Waterproof Eyeliner Pen, which is what I've been using for my eyebrows. My Sephora Lash Plumper Mascara. And of course, 2 more lip balms. These are in Franken Cake and Pumpkin King. Yeah, so I always have, like that, I have 3 lip balms with me. I have to have 3 lip balms with me at all times. Like when I'm packing like emergency essentials, I throw 3 lip balms in. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, so that is what I've been carrying with me as an essential, like what I have to have in order to get ready. I have my Naked palette too. That was the other thing that I grabbed, was my Naked palette, so that I knew I wasn't going to be doing any like crazy makeup my first day at work at Sephora. So I just grabbed my Naked palette so I could do a nice neutral look. I believe I used Smog, Half Baked, Virgin, and something else, I believe, for my makeup for my first day. It wasn't anything fancy. It wasn't anything special. Oh, I used Hustle below the eye. Kind of like eyeliner, because when I was getting ready, my eyeliner fell on the floor. So yeah, that is what I did. And that's about all I have as far as news goes. It is currently Thursday, and I am going to move some more stuff tonight. I'm not going to be able to go out tonight because of it, which kind of sucks. And it kind of also sucks because the event that I'm dancing at on Saturday, the venue for it, actually closed their doors forever today. Like, got shut down. So I don't know where we're going to move that to, but I know that they will come up with a solution because they are both awesome, the people who are running it. So I'm looking forward to finding out where it's going to be. There is, well, I'm not going to say anything. There's rumors of where it may get moved to, but until anything's official, I don't want to say anything. So I'm really looking forward to that, and that is probably going to be the only time I go out this weekend. And then Sunday morning, we have our big holiday meeting at Sephora, and I'm super pumped about that because it's going to be, it'll be my first store meeting there. So I'm pretty excited about it. I don't think I'm giving away any information I'm not supposed to give away. Super pumped. I can't wait to see all the holiday stuff. If you guys have been to your store recently, you've probably already seen a lot of the, like, holiday sets have been out, like the mascara sets, the fragrance sets, the really cool Sephora palette that looks like a makeup artist train case almost. Like, I love it. It's so cool. It's like $49.50, so it's really cool because it's like an affordable $50 palette that has a really big range of different products in it. So I'm probably gonna have to, I think that's what I'm gonna, I hope my sister doesn't see this. I think that's what I'm gonna get my sister for Christmas, because I think she would like that a lot, because it's a big range of products. Because despite the fact that my sister is indeed 5 years older than me, she's pretty new to makeup. Like, she's been wearing makeup since her teens, but she doesn't branch out, you know, she doesn't get crazy and put, you know, draw on her eyebrows, for example, you know. I'm definitely the wild child as far as makeup goes in my family. my mom has always worn blue mascara, and I think that's pretty rad. She uses the blue mascara. I said rad. She uses the blue mascara from like CoverGirl or Maybelline or something like that. But this has become a really, really long vlog. Hopefully I wasn't just babbling the whole time and I was actually offering useful information about where I've been and what's been going on. I did not get any tutorials recorded this week. As you guys see, I don't even have my chair to my vanity yet, so unfortunately I haven't gotten anything recorded. I have been playing a little bit with colors, but not a whole lot. It's been kind of crazy around here, honestly. I didn't think it was going to take this much work to get moved, because last time we didn't really unpack all the way. So we didn't put as much effort into it last time, and this time, you know, we're trying to really unpack and, you know, put all of our shelves up and make things look good. We want this to look like a grown-up apartment, you know. We're sick of looking like college kids. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, there's a point you reach where you go from, like, okay, all my furniture's made out of cases of beer, to, like, okay, let's go drop $600 at IKEA on furniture. Yeah. You know, IKEA just being I'm very fortunate there's an IKEA, like, 45 minutes away from my house. It hasn't always been there. It's one of the newer locations, actually. It went up probably 2-3 years ago. Before that, the closest one was, like, in Canada or something stupid like that. So, yeah, it was really exciting when they came. And so they are in what is technically, like, 45 minutes north in a little town. It's, like, a town called Westchester. Like, they think they're a big city, but they're really not. Just like Cincinnati's not that big of a city. So, okay, I've babbled for almost 20 minutes now, so I'm gonna go. I still have more things to unpack, as you can see right there. That's what I need to do for the rest of the evening, because then we're gonna go to the house when John gets out of class at like 9:30. It's 7:11 right now, and pack up some more stuff and get it moved. So I want to get a house tour up this weekend. However, I don't really want to show you guys the house until it's done. But I do work a lot next week, so I may end up showing you a tour before it's actually finished. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to go, guys. I will talk to you guys soon, and you should all comment below and tell me how you guys have all been, because I feel like in the 4 days I was gone, I feel like it was forever. So,